we're doing 5 book
Yep.
book baes a piece. My first book bae is Bam from Jacinta Howard's prototype series. Bam was like the final member in the original series, but him and Cassie were the first up in her prototype glimpses. Bam was extremely funny, but he also had like grown man swag. Has anybody read the prototype series by Jacinta Howard? It's like a romance book. It's not like really, I mean, it has some drama to it, but it's not really like your typical urban fiction book, but it's really, really good. All of the guys in the series, all 4 of them are like book big material, but Bam just was my favorite. He just kind of had like this grown man swag about himself. He was really, really loving, really attentive, but not like on those sucker shit. Cause I know when I say loving, you know, you kind of think like sucker stuff. He wasn't like on those sucker shit. He was like, you know, I'm gonna take care of my girl kind of swag, not no lame like bash type stuff. And all of the guys were like musical geniuses. So he was like I don't know if he's keyboard drummer. I'm not really sure, but he was A1. My second book bae is Aside, Simone's The Bed We Made book. Aside isn't really, I shouldn't say he's not really book bae material. He's not your swoon-worthy kind of guy. Aside is like really, really crass. He's mean. He doesn't sugarcoat anything, but he was nice to Nene. Nene like melted him and made him be super, super soft, and he was nasty as fuck. Like I like nasty book baes. I don't know. Well, I know why, but yeah, he was really, 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 really freaky. So if you haven't read that, read that. My third book bae was Animal from Quan's Hood Rat. I like Animal in his own series, but I really, really liked Animal in the Hood Rat series. Like when he was first getting introduced to Gucci, and he was kind of more Tayshawn as opposed to Animal. I really liked him. Jordan, you gotta share. He was, before Red Sonja, he was faithful. He didn't stay that way, but Quan normally writes like faithful book characters, but Animal was good, and he was like a cold-blooded killer. Like if you into like gangsters, like gangster stuff, yeah, Quan writes really, really good male characters. Like of course he's a male, so that's probably why his male characters are like on point. But he writes really good male characters, and they're normally like faithful, like they're normally good dudes and stuff. So Animal was my favorite. Next I have Rayshawn from A Hustler's Promise. Now I know a lot of people probably haven't read anything by this author. Her name is Jackie Chanel. She normally doesn't write urban fiction. She normally writes, I think, more maybe urban romance, but this was like her first urban fiction book. It was really, really good. It's about Rayshawn and his girlfriend's name is Jason. They meet when they're like really, really young, and they grow together, build together, hustle together, really like on some Bonnie and Clyde type stuff. Kind of reminded me of
I didn't have what?
I was gonna compare.
No, today was their deadline, so
somebody needs to mute. So yeah, they were like on their Bonnie and Clyde stuff. I love how they grew together, they stuck together. They did pretty much everything together, and I really, really, really love that about them. My final book bae is Born. He's from Tracy Brown's White Line series. That's like a urban classic. Born was also a hustler, a dope boy, but I think because he fell in love with a troubled if that's the word that I want to use, a troubled girl. I think that made that up to his real estate. That made me love him more because he was so patient with Jada. He was so caring. He was so loving. He took. I know she was a crackhead, but I was trying to be low ghetto. But yeah, he was really, really patient with her. He like tried everything like to make stuff work with them. Like he did everything humanly possible to make their love work, and that made me love him more. Don't call that lady a crack. I mean, she was a crackhead. She was, but she was troubled. She had a troubled past before she became a crackhead, and he loved her even through her crack phase. So, I mean, you know what kind of heart you have to love a crackhead. I mean, we know. Don't answer that. I don't want y'all to get high ghetto, but that's it for my book baes. That's all I got.
I'm tired of crackheads.
Go ahead, Jordan. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, Aisha. Go away.
All right, Kiana, I can't see their comments, so keep me posted on what they're saying.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to give a disclaimer because my book baes, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna have something to say about my book baes, but it's okay. It's all right. So my first book bae is Jackson Q. Hunter from Love's Inconvenience by Love Belvin. And I love Jackson because from the beginning, Jackson was upfront about what he wanted. It was just supposed to be like, you know, a one-night stand. And, you know, he didn't lead her on. He didn't say, hey,
he just wanted to have sex.
That's right. That's it. But he was upfront. You know, he didn't, you know, lead her on or anything like that. And I gained respect from him. Huh? What'd she say? What happened?
I didn't hear it.
Oh. So as the story goes on, I don't want to give the story away, but as the story goes on, of course, you know, when you having sex with somebody, whatever, 9 times out of 10, somebody gonna catch feelings. So Elle, the girl in the story, you know, she had suffered her trauma or whatever in her life, so she had reservations about being in a relationship. And then when Jackson's feelings grew, he didn't pressure her to be in a relationship. You know, he was very selfish. He was like, you know what, I got feelings for you, but, you know, because you're not ready, I'm going to be here for whatever you need me to be. And I really love him for that. And, I mean, in addition, I mean, he was my second book bag is...
Wait, hold up, Jess. Somebody needs to put their phone on mute. We're getting feedback. Sounds like somebody's in a car or something. Can you please mute, guys? All right, go ahead, Jess.
All right. My second book bag is Malachi from Heartbreak You by Johnny Sherry. And I don't want to hear nobody's mouths about Malachi. Somebody drawing on the presentation. Look at that. You see that, Kiana?
No, what?
Anyway. Malachi.
Oh, somebody is drawing on it.
Yes. I didn't even know that was possible. Oh, they erasing it too. Anyways, so yes, Malachi from Heartbreak You. I love Malachi because he got that southern, you know, thuggish swag to him. And I love when a thug falls in love. Like that right there, I don't know. There's something about that that just really gets me. And
you should say he married, but he's fine.
Maisha. See, I knew somebody was gonna try me.
No, not Maisha, Aisha.
Aisha. I'm sorry, Maisha. Aisha. I knew somebody was gonna try it. He was married, yes he was, but he ain't lie, he just omitted some information. That's all that was.
That's it.
That's all that was.
That's it. I omit stuff all the time.
Kiana.
I do, I'm just saying, it happened to the best of us.
Listen, when Malachi cleared up that hotel room and told everybody to get up out of there because he needed to have some words with Miss Paris, that's when he stole my heart. Okay, my third book bae is Set from the Them Boys series by Alexandria House. And
I'm sorry, I got excited. My bad. I'll turn my ghetto down.
Upset. and like typically when because I was in Alexandria House's her group or whatever on Facebook, and a lot of the women in there preferred Ja. I think it was Ja. And
yeah, he's my favorite.
Huh?
He's my favorite, Ja.
Yeah, but see, I like Set because Set was the oldest brother. And, you know, all of them had suffered abuse from their daddy. But Set was the oldest. And because he was the oldest, you know, when you're the oldest child, you like hold the burden of your siblings. And I just felt like that really made him, it just showed his strength, I feel like. And the fact that, you know, he had all this anger built up inside of him and he was able to channel it into, you know, something legit, you know, like boxing. And then his woman, Karima, he loved Karima. And like I told you, I'm a sucker for thugs and love, so Set.
You know what I didn't like about Set? What would have worked on my everlasting nerves was how when he went to sleep, she had to lay on his back. That would have irked the piss out of me.
Give your man what he needs, Kiana.
Man, I'm trying to sleep. I ain't got time to be playing around with you laying on your back and shit.
He needed to feel love. Give him some love.
Tamara said she would have liked that. Who?
Yes, right?
I'm
Yes.
too heavy for it. Then in the middle of the night, I got to move because you can't breathe. Nah, I ain't got time for that, fam.
Just selfish. Selfish. All right, my next one.
My bad.
This is like my top, well, he's not my top, but he's my second top baby daddy of all time. Because, I don't know. I mean, as you can see, I have a theme. They all, you know, soft thugs. That's what I like. And I just love, what you say?
I said, what's the soft thug?
Raymond Corey.
I love him. He my
I
baby
love
too.
him.
But I could add him.
You know what really made me fall for him was when they baby
Jordan said you like a jailbird.
Who said that?
Jordan said you like an old jailbird. Don't be coming for our book bae, Jordan.
Listen, he
Jordan
not
like all them old mute dudes and won't be talking about our book baes.
Don't come for Raymond Corey. Don't come for him. Let me say,
Ray is bae.
huh?
Ray is bae.
Ray is bae all the way. And I will say that the way that he was there for Regina when they baby died, and Regina was a mess. She was married at the time, and she was not receiving, you know, the love that she needed, you know, and regardless of his feelings for Regina, he put that aside to give her what she needed. And like that was, because I don't know if I could, you know, you marry somebody else and then you tell me you need my support. You should have thought about that before you married somebody.
Ray was like the true definition of a king. You know how when people post
Girl.
black king and king myth, like Ray is the true definition of he was.
He was. And he was loyal to the T. Now, mind you, he did, you know, had that one little slip up, you know, with the cousin or whatever. But aside from that, like, homeboy was loyal. Like, even when it came to the time that he did for his best friend, like, who does that?
Yeah.
Raymond Corey.
Ray was solid.
Solid. All right, and my last book bae, and do not even come. Don't even try it, okay?
Messiah!
This is my number one all-time book bae. And let me tell you why I am so drawn to him. He is just like the epitome of a broken man. Like, the epitome of a broken man.
Look at Ra's face.
I can't see nobody's face. What happened? What had happened?
Ra like holding her chest, like holding her head back, like she's so full, like, oh, my baby.
I love him.
love, I mean, like, he is the definition, like, of a broken man, but in that brokenness, he still found. Why is she giggling? What happened?
Because Jordan is hating.
She reading them comments. Jordan and Aisha, our two biggest haters.
Y'all can say whatever you want. It ain't gonna take away from the fact that we love some Messiah Williams. Okay,
10 toes down for him.
all the way. But in all of his brokenness, like, he found love within him to give. I mean, granted, the love that he had to give wasn't the type of love that she needs, but at the end of the day, that's all he has to give, and he was willing to give it. And
Everything. He gave all he had.
all he had, and I'm not saying that what he got, what he was giving was enough, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta give it to him. Like, he is a product of his environment. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And you know what really, I don't know, what made me love him even more was when he was on his deathbed, when he was going through all of that cancer, the only thing that he kept saying over and over and over, tell Mo I love her. Tell Mo I love her. Like, that's the only thing, like, regardless of him leaving, regardless of all of that, at the end of the day, he had love for that girl.
Yep.
That's my boo.
Jordan, go sit down somewhere. Jordan said, get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. Like, y'all ain't even willing to see it objectively. Like, that's the truth.
It's the truth.
Okay, nobody didn't say that he didn't have love for Blue. He can have love for Blue, but even Blue knew what it was hitting for. She knew Morgan was it. Morgan is his one true love. Everybody knew that. You can't dispute that.
Talk your shit, Kiana. Talk your shit.
I'm just saying. Like, I don't understand why they act like they don't know that.
Cause they some haters. That's why.
Messiah is bae all day. I don't care what y'all say.
Okay.
I don't care how many throw up emojis y'all put. We ain't gonna. Guess what? Like, y'all know we all met through Messiah. We're Messiah wives. Like, it would be no Hopeful Heartbreakers without Messiah. So you can't hate him. You can't.
Maisha, come on, chime in, cause you the ultimate Messiah wife. Come on.
Ooh, you really want her to chime in? Cause
Come on, Maisha.
Jasmine had the best fucking list. Like, your list match mine. The best fucking list ever since I did it. No, let me tell you something, because she explained why. And a lot of times, like, you want these men to be fucking perfect. You don't want to go through the storm with them, and then when you 40 and they leave you for somebody else who you know who they appreciate more, you love. And the thing is, like, nothing starts off perfect. Nothing ends perfect. When you start off rocky, you're more than likely to end up perfect because you started off with them problems and you know how to get through the storm. Everybody who starts off perfect, when they go through the storm, they don't know what the fuck to do because it's like, he was so perfect. Oh my God, what happened? And the first thing y'all want to do is call it quit. I'm not saying he got to do all that to you, but the expectations that a lot of people have for relationships isn't healthy, because when it's time for you to go through trials and tribulations,
shut up, Aisha.
Go through them.
So let me ask you, so Jordan and Aisha, y'all ethic wives?
No, well, Jordan is Mr. Larry, old lady, and of course Aisha is.
You tried it.
Jordan want a man that don't come visit you on your deathbed. He was fucking dying. I mean, Nanny was fucking dying, and he didn't even sit up.
Jordan don't want no nigga in Ashley Antoinette book. Let me just tell you that.
Epic. Aisha loves Nikki.
Okay,
no,
we're not gonna even talk about. We're not even addressing me. Okay.
Bro, let me tell you something. Jordan don't want nobody in Ashley Antoinette books.
You say what?
I don't want like nobody out of the Ashley Antoinette books. Why? Never mind. Don't answer that.
I'm done with all them niggas, like all of them.
Alright. Okay.
Done. And that's why Mr. Larry is bae.
No ma'am.
Mr. Larry is dead.
And
Mr. Larry was babe, but Mr. Larry dropped the ball. When he was coming to pick Nanny up to take her to the bingo hall, I was with him. But see, when she went down that hospital and he didn't even come check on her, nah.
And I got the pension check. And what?
He didn't buy a floral arrangement for the baby.
He gave it to me.
Come on.
All right. Moving on.
Come on,
Let's
Ray.
go,
You
Ray.
up next?
Let's go. I'm mute.
Okay. So I was writing down my list and I noticed there's a theme. Like all my dudes are toxic.
Kenyatta is not toxic.
Who?
Kenyatta is not toxic.
No, yes he is. So they're all toxic. They all have similar traits. They're hilarious. They're, life beat them down and it's hard for them to love. But this one special female comes into their lives and they're just putty. And it's funny because it was Ty Marshall in his group. He was saying that we inspired him to pick up a book that he's been writing on for a year and a half because we all talk about toxic dudes in Hopeful Heartbreakers. And so then we were talking, we were like, well, and I explained to him the reason why we like them is because, as women, we're nurturers by default, right? It's just embedded in us. So we just want to love all that out of these men. So that's my theme for all the dudes. I'm not going to go line by line for each guy and give them a description. Maybe one, just for y'all haters. So I'm going to start with the one who broke my virginity. He's not my number one, but he's the one who broke my virginity. So, I got to give him, he the OG, so I got to give him his props first. And that's
Fix your
Midnight.
face, Jazz.
That's Midnight from Coldest Winter Ever.
Wait, hold up. You going out of order of the presentation now.
Oh, my bad. Well, okay, let me back up. Shit, Messiah.
No!
That's my number one.
Kenyatta is first.
Was it Kenyatta?
Yes.
Well, let me follow this script. All right, well, it's Kenyatta. Shit, he was a hard ever. That wasn't my list, my order, but shit. Okay, Kenyatta. Next.
Oh, this thing got
okay.
real quick.
Isaac is next from the Wayward Love series. Next.
They not in order.
Huh?
They not.
You ain't even talk. Wait. Back it up.
Next.
You ain't even talk about Yada. You ain't about to just say his name and then move on. Because if you need me to, I can say what I got to say about him. Because he was my book babe too.
Next.
I just like the fact that with Kenyatta,
saying
he's just
Next.
Who's saying that?
That sound like Jordan.
It ain't Jordan.
Next.
Oh.
Who is that? Aisha?
No.
y'all can't next my presentation.
I bet that's Johnny talking about Isaac.
That is not me.
Johnny is childish. Johnny is childish.
Johnny, you so petty. Can we please talk about Kenyatta Kumar? Can we please?
Okay, let's go back.
I mean,
Talk about
Kenyatta
Kenyatta.
is the one that was just hard, hard to love, and goddamn it, he found old girl and he fell in love.
That's goody for you, Aisha.
And I love the fact that it was placed in Houston. The writers from Dallas, Texas. So Kenyatta makes my list. Next.
She just want to talk about Isaac so she could be petty. She can't wait to get to Isaac.
So let's talk about Isaac. Let me just.
Oh, Rahel, don't do too many spoilers now.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Book discussion on Wayward Love, June 28th. Love Belvin is supposed to be in the building. If you have not read, please read and participate in the discussion. Go ahead.
One more thing I forgot about all my dudes, they come with big dick energy too. Yeah, Isaac came with it. That's all I'm gonna give y'all. I ain't gonna give y'all no spoilers.
That's what they came with, right?
They all come with big dick energy.
Why you so mannish?
Word.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Word.
That's all I'm gonna say about Isaac since we having a whole discussion about him. So next.
Aisha is raising her hand. What would you like to say, Miss Aisha? Hello.
Aisha said she can't talk. She said, let's talk about y'all mute. She wanna know why she can't talk. Aisha Keisha, you muted. Oh my God, that's too funny.
I don't have her muted though. Oh, there she goes.
What do we have to say?
Y'all unmuted me?
Yeah.
You unmuted.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Continue. I'm just waiting for her to get to Messiah. Go ahead.
Oh no, we're gonna mute you again when we get to Messiah.
We already did Messiah.
Yeah, Messiah not on Riley's.
Yes, he is.
We had this discussion, Rahel.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, I'm gonna mention him in my honorary next.
We had to cut your list a little short, remember?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna bring it back up. Don't worry. All right.
Messiah was the pre-meeting talk.
Messiah was pre-game.
He was the pre-meeting talk.
He the reason for the season. I don't know why I gotta keep saying that. He the reason we all sit here today.
100.
So, all right. I already did Midnight.
Say it again. I ain't hear what you said.
That's the one who broke my virginity. He was the first book babe.
Oh, okay.
That's
Same.
the OG game.
So let me tell
Now
you.
you like I didn't mean to cut you off. So you like Coldest Winter Ever Midnight, or do you like Midnight from his own series? Because Midnight from his own series was different from Midnight from Coldest Winter Ever. I feel like we need to touch on that. Just like Ethic from Mortal Flame is different from Ethic from Ethic series.
Good question. So Midnight from the Coldest Winter Ever was grown man Midnight, but his story, his own series touched on his childhood, his upbringing, and what made him the man he was in the Coldest Winter Ever. Like you saw his genius. That boy was smart. Like he was super.
Yeah, I love Midnight in the Coldest Winter Ever.
Oh my God, yeah. But I can't even explain it. Like he was just a grown man that was standoffish, and you don't know why until you read his stories. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, it's a hard read," but keep pushing and you'll love it. There go the cover.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
Nice was your book, but I didn't even know Nice was your book, babe.
Yeah, I like Nice. Nice was just an ass, and that's why I liked him. Like, he was family oriented, all about helping his family out, and he just came with. He went through a lot to get to where he needs to get to at the end, but big energy.
I'm dead.
Next.
I did not
Who's
like
next?
Yeah, Nice wasn't book bait material for me at all.
At all.
Just like Dream from Keisha Irvin that everybody keeps saying that they love. He could never be a book bait for me, ever.
This is my list, right?
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
So,
You're right.
Zeno, the reason why I fucked with Zeno is because I didn't know I was going to end up liking Zeno. Like, I did not like that dude until, I don't know when. I don't know if it was towards the middle, close to the end, or the end. I don't know, but Zeno just really flipped the game on us. Like, he really came through, and he had, big dick energy, too.
Zeno definitely had big dick energy. Like, if he could have been like, you know what? I didn't visualize Zeno as like this cute visual. Like I got like African Mandingo warrior, like with a big old
Don't do the Africans.
hanging down to his knee. Like that's what I got from him.
Don't do the Africans now.
Zeno was Wakanda forever for me. Like for real. For real.
Yep, he was.
I didn't visualize him cute at all, but he was.
Yes, he was.
He was.
I hated him when I first started reading it. Like I hated
You
him.
did. I remember when you read that book.
I think we all hated him, and then when I was reading, I inboxed Kiana and no, I think I inboxed Johnny, and I was like,
Johnny.
wait,
Johnny
I like
before.
him. How the fuck do I like him? Like it made no sense.
I started liking him in that, I think it was like the second shower scene or something, when he told her like, wash me. I said, oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I think I like him.
He was managed.
Definitely.
That's why y'all make such a good couple, because you manage.
Definitely. Right, it's definitely managed.
Manage.
Not in real life, just in the fiction world.
Lies.
Now, where your honorary mentions at?
Yeah, because I think this is it.
Oh, okay, I'm done. All right, so my honorary mentions are going to be Quasi, Assad, Dice, and Messiah. The best. That was the best. You know, he was the last, but not the worst. He's the best.
Jordan, we ain't trying to hear you. Jordan, we not trying to hear you.
At all.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. If a man takes the time to sit up there and deal with a woman, I mean, like a woman that is deaf, and he still finds something special about her, goes on YouTube, learns to sign language. You got me fucked up to say he's not the shit.
Thank you.
It was a post. I seen a post today where everybody was making fun of this one chick. She was albino. She was blind. And I think that was all. You know, the issue she had with her. The fact that she was albino and she was blind. They made fun of her, but it was this one man who loved her beyond that, and nobody saw Morgan for more than, oh, you're a pretty face, but you're blind. You have a deformity. That's why they raped her. It's because, like, oh, you just dumb and
retarded. They called her retarded.
Yeah, they called her retarded. But what did Messiah do? He saw beyond that, and just to communicate with this girl, he learned to sign language. Not only that, Mo would not be part of that dancing group. What do they call?
Damn.
Stiletto gang. She would not be.
Stiletto gang.
Yeah.
Because that girl did not have any confidence in her. He built that
at all. At all.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even think she was pretty. Yes.
Yeah, y'all can say bye, but that's the truth. Like,
she treated herself like she had a handicap. She treated herself like she was handicapped. And he never treated her.
He loved her. He loved her through that and helped her elevate through that.
Ooh, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, let me tell y'all, I can go all day about Messiah, but
y'all want us to take y'all to church?
She was a queen. She ran the show.
He learned a whole nother language.
Mm.
That alone would have just took me over the top.
Every time she called him to take care of something, he was there. Like, they weren't even much talking. He had just saw her his own badge and still went and killed the nigga for her. Like, he didn't. His love was no limit for her. Like, you can't even deny that.
After her own friend helped set her up.
Right.
Oh, Jesus, that friend. She had took me over the top.
And on top of that,
what y'all not getting is that you can only give what you got. You can only give what you got. This boy was abused. Like, he ain't have nothing or nobody.
No.
Like, and I'm not justifying, all of the times he did her dirty, but that's how that's all he knows. You can only give what you got. And at the end of the day, he gave her all he had. He
didn't even have parents. He didn't even know how to love. He never had role models to teach him, this is how you love
Nobody told him how to love.
No.
Hey, Jazz, another thing he did was, like, he was preparing her for loss. Like, from the time they started dating, because he didn't want her to go through what he went through. He lost everything. He has nobody. The only person he has is Essex. He literally lost his whole family.
Shut up, Aisha.
I can't stand Aisha.
Together, he was preparing her for loss because no one ever prepared him for loss.
Right.
Even when he was leaving, he offered me, like, listen, I don't want her to go through loss, so you be there for her. Like, he was always preparing her for him not being there. That was his whole purpose of being in her life. Like, I'm preparing you, I'm building you up so you can be ready to live without me, because I know right now I can't leave you like this. So that's what he was up to.
And don't get it twisted. For all y'all that hate him, y'all still love him because y'all love to hate him. Y'all stay talking about him. So
hey, stay talking about him.
You don't need to be able to send no gifts because ain't nobody do all of that on your book babe Monday, Aisha. Talk about at me. That girl disgusting.
Y'all love that boy.
And I don't know who all is an Ethic wife in here, but let's not forget where Ethic came from. Messiah just a younger Ethic.
Wait,
all day long.
Ethic. Wait, serious question. Ethic still have wives? If you're an Ethic wife, say. If you're an Ethic wife, say I. Ethic still have wives? I don't think Ethic have no wives.
Oh,
I never was a fan of Ethic. He never really did it for me. I mean, he did his dirt, but only thing he did was that he covered it up in a nice suit. He was able to hide his stuff because he was already established.
Kim C said she loved Ethic.
All right, Kim C, come to the floor. Why you love Ethic? And she called him a king, Lord.
Oh, Jesus?
Y'all wouldn't have King Messiah if y'all didn't have Ethic. What y'all talk about?
And that's you right about that.
I like Ethic. Ethic had a nice, calculated move to him, who he was, his spirit. Even from the way he handled Raven in the beginning, he didn't just let her come at him any kind of way. Even though he was, his small time plug, he still commanded respect, however, from a girl, from anybody, anywhere. So I like that just myself. You just don't come to me any kind of way.
And you know what though? I will say I loved Ethic. I love Moth to a Flame Ethic. When Ethic was in the series Ethic, that's when I was like, yeah. But
I liked Ethic in his own series up until book 3. And then after book 3, that was it for me.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell y'all something. I love Ethic. I love the fuck out of Ethic. Let me tell y'all why. Because Ethic, well, okay, hold on. I read out of order, so I read Prada Plan first before Moth to a Flame. I hated him because I was like, dude, I hate anybody that oversteps and tries to take someone from their wife or husband.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm never for that. That's why I'm not feeling meek because
I think if I was the wife, I would like that. But carry on.
But so, hey, if you're with somebody or you do vows or whatever, and I'm not for the whole best friends, passing around between friends and brothers and family. I hate that. So I didn't like him then. But Ethic in his own story, I liked him. I feel like Ethic is a crash dummy only when it comes to the women he picks. I don't think any woman that he's been paired up with is good enough for him. I'm gonna say that one.
I agree.
But I love the fact that regardless of what Messiah fake ass daddy wanted him to do to Ethic, Messiah felt like, no, I'm not gonna do that because nigga, he really raised me, not you. And Ethic still forgave him, but y'all still holding the gripe against Messiah, which I don't understand. But that's neither here nor there.
Because Messiah was never really gonna kill Ethic ever.
No, he wasn't.
Never.
And y'all still hate him behind that. I don't get it.
Save Morgan, but he never was gonna kill Ethic ever.
Never. I think that was just thrown in there for shock value, and it made his value come down, which is really fucked up because Messiah has a lot of great potential, and y'all just don't want to see it. But whatever. That's y'all.
On book 4, he said it. I couldn't do it. I had chances. I just couldn't do it. He told it. I couldn't do it. Even when he pulled the gun out on him, he put it down. He could have blew his brains out if he wanted to.
Ethic just needs to find a better woman because Yaya wasn't his. Melanie wasn't his.
Dolce was just ridiculous.
I love
Alani just dumb as fuck.
Don't start me. Don't start me. We know you love Dolce. Don't start.
Oh, and Dolce was a floor mat. Dog, I said what I said, and that's how I feel about it.
Maisha, you tripping.
Oh no.
You tripping, Maisha.
I love that.
Dolce, I mean, I know you, Maisha, I know you love Dolce, but dog, she was a floor mat. Like, she let him get away with murder.
his actions ain't match his words. That was my problem with Epic. It's like all through.
If y'all like strippers, read this book.
Girl, what is it?
Strippers. If y'all like strippers, read this book. It's a book being here.
Oh man, listen, Cameron, listen. That's a great series. Even though it's 950 books, it's a great series.
It is 950 books, but if you like strippers, first discussion book in July, 8 Seconds to Love by Monica Walters. This was a really, really different book. It's got a cowboy in it. Some Texas shit. What you know about that, Rob?
Girl, I don't know nothing about cowboys.
Look, I asked you an Jazz. They got cowboys.
Ain't no cowboys in Dallas.
Y'all know I don't know nothing about no cowboy.
Except for the
I think
football team, the Dallas Cowboys. That's it.
Jordan, I listened to it on Audible. It was good. It was good. What else I got up here? I don't think I have no more book. Oh, Kadeem, my book babe.
No, he's not.
Kadeem, my book babe.
Oh, cute. Wait a minute. See, I had to come off mute.
I literally just read that one.
What did you feel about him? He was just
Trash, garbage.
I didn't really like Kadeem. I was being funny. I don't like him.
Oh, I'm gonna say, come on now.
Oh, Jordan, the narrator. Jordan, the narrator on 8 Seconds, the guy narrator. I didn't really care for him, but he was tolerable. He's no Jacoby Dim, but.
oh, child.
Yeah, I didn't like
Jacoby send you a picture?
Oh, this is another one of Tracy Brown books that have gangsters in it. I like dope boy gangsters with big dick energy, like Ross say. If y'all haven't read this, like this is an oldie, but it's a goodie. Criminal Minded.
I'm still waiting on my picture from Jacoby Dean.
Oh
Damn.
Good luck. You might be waiting a while. What else I got? I think that's it.
All right, y'all.
That's all I got.
That's it. Thank
You sure you don't want to play the game, Jazz?
This was a good. I like.
Got anything y'all want to say before we leave?
I loved everybody list, but Jasmine had me and Jasmine are on from beginning to the end. Like I loved it.
Thank you, Maisha.
Yeah, Jazz had came up. Go ahead.
Huh?
I was saying Jazz had came up with a game for us to play, but I don't think she wants to play it anymore.
Oh, because it's just, it's okay. We'll play it later.
We can post it in the group.
Please.
Okay, we can do that.
They love games.
Love it. Now y'all gotta make me go reread the books, especially 3 a.m. because I need to reread that anyway. Hopefully she'll release 4 a.m. soon.
I doubt it. That's the only way you're gonna get more of him is if you reread 3 a.m. I miss him. I do.
And nobody like Victor. Like, I'm surprised nobody really mentions Victor.
You know what, Maisha, no lie, I was gonna mention him because he was like the second OG, but I was like, I ain't gonna mention him because Maisha already did this. But I didn't even mention Malachi either, and I don't know how I left him out. So
remember, I did Midnight, Malachi, and Messiah from your list.
Oh yeah, so I could have did them, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna read it. I'm gonna leave them on. But yeah, they go my 2 mentions.
You never read it, Key. You bought it like you do everything else. So it's like one of the 909,000 books in your book library, but you have it, Fly Girl.
First of all, I didn't ask you to tell the whole Zoom my business. First of all. You bought it, you never read it. Okay. I never read it. It's on Audible. That might be how I read it.
Really good though. It's like a good. I mean, it's not as urban as the Coldest Winter Ever, but I mean, it's up there. It's like one of the classics for But but at this point in our life, you're passing it on to your little nieces and nephews. So
right.
Yeah, I think at this point, if you ain't read it, you ain't gonna appreciate it.
You're not gonna appreciate it.
Yeah, you're not gonna appreciate it. I read it in high school, but it's a really good book. So he's basically like, the usual, the dope boy from the neighborhood who, took everybody virginity and gave her hell, and then at the end realized he loved her. The usual.
You know what? He is Midnight in reverse.
Reverse.
Yeah, because he wasn't shit. So that's why I say in reverse. Like, he's Midnight and what Midnight could have been like with Winter if he didn't have morals and values. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I only like a dash of ain't shit. Like, I don't want to be smothered in ain't shit. Just a
but
dash.
he wasn't ain't shit in her the whole book. Like, he discarded her like trash. Like, so it was like, really, you hated him, but it wasn't like you hated him he didn't play with her the whole book. But his presence was known, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, he was there. So, but yeah, it's a classic. But I think everybody, a lot of us like toxic men, because I think everybody has named a couple of toxic men while we were on this. So it's, it is what it is. But I loved it. I liked it. Thank you, Jazz. You gave me.
You're welcome.
Now I need somebody else to put Rut, and we good.
I haven't read him yet.
Read him. He is really, really.
Between the discussion books, the newsletter books, I ain't got time. I'm gonna get some.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. We've been on here for almost an hour.
Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for coming.